So today's video, we're going to talk about liquid staking and a tutorial on how to do it to stake your Polkadot, your Moonbeam, Kusama, whatever it may be. And I'm going to explain some of the elements to it and why you should probably do it. Now, Bifrost is a very much a low cap asset, but it's starting to get more and more traction because more and more people are doing it. Hopefully this video will help you do it, right? A lot's changed in the Polkadot ecosystem in terms of like the obvious question, oh, it's too hard to stake. The wallets are really hard and difficult. Yeah, there's some elements of pain points still. Nothing crazy though. However, this is really, really simple in my opinion. There's a few things that you need to do though that hopefully help you. So let me explain. It is liquid staking protocol. Its aim is to be on a lot more chains than what it is now, but it is really good. Let me explain. Staking. It's on Moonriver, Bifrost, Moonbeam, Filecoin, doing the other way around, Ethereum, which is MetaMask and stuff like that, which is huge, by the way, Kusama, and Polkadot, okay? You can see the APYs, pretty good. There's not many people doing it. That's the thing. The Polkadot one, though, is pretty big. Let me explain how it all works. So, liquid staking allows you to get a derivative token, the V token, which will allow you to stake it liquid. Now, the element to this is obvious. You will have no minimum amount of DOT to put in. That's a huge point. So if you wanted to stake it natively, it is roughly 400 DOT you need to do it, to pick your own validators on Ledger or wherever it is. Huge. Pretty much a turnoff, right? The second element is a 28-day lockup on Polkadot. It's done for security reasons. That's fine. However, not very liquid though, is it? However, when I did a test, it took me 7 days to unstake it. Why? Because people can cancel their stakes, and more people that stake it will increase the turnover, which means you get your DOT back pretty quickly, which is good. Now, you can see here 18.73%. Pretty good. Pretty good returns. And you get paid instantly. It is liquid. It doesn't come every day. It comes every couple of minutes in terms of whenever the blocks are done. Pretty huge. Let's go onto the platform and show you how it works. So, yeah. Also, other things. You can vote. Huge. Anyways, this is what the platform looks like. Okay. We're going to focus on Polkadot. I want to explain how you do the other ones. So it's very much the same, but you need to have the correct wallet. I will explain why in a second. Now, obviously, this is what it looks like. To make your wallets live, and I'll show you the wallet in a second, you need to do two things. One, BNC needs to be in it. And number two, so does the asset that you need to use. Kind of obvious because we need to cross in. Wallets. Go onto here, go to add. You can pick sub-wallet, Talisman, Encrypt, or Polkadot.js. I've used Polkadot.js because why not? But ultimately, it does have a flaw. It doesn't have the Glimmer network. Talisman does, okay? Just put that point out there. So Talisman, if you want to do your Glimmer, you need to use this because it has a network. You can use it via the wallet function on the, what do you call it? What's it called? The extensions on your Chrome and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it does support these, which is probably the best one to use essentially for this, right? However, if you've got an existing wallet for JS, cool. Ledger does not work because it only connects with the Polkadot ecosystem, right? So once you've got your wallet, you'll probably be like, okay, what do? I should really pick my user. Bear with me. Boink. So when you go onto your wallet, you need to, as I say, put in your BNC. That's totally fine. Very, very easy to do. You press on the BNC here, you go to your wallet, you press the copy button. Cool. And then you put your money in. Now, when you go to your Substack, or your Subscan, you will get this when you've got your money in. That's fine. However, you need to go to this bit here. You need to go to where all your other stuff is. Go to the detail element, which is kind of obvious. Very, very straightforward. You will get like an overall kind of viewpoint of your wallet, your JS wallet, and each individual balance will have a different wallet. So this is your Polkadot wallet, this is your BNC wallet, for example. What you need to do here, go to zero balances. You want to see where everything else is. So obviously you can stake your A star. To put your A star in, you need to copy this wallet and you put your A star in. As I say, there is no, obviously, Glimmer on here, Moonbeam. which for some reason, I'm not quite sure why, but it isn't on there, which is fine. But as I say, when you go to your talisman and you get your wallet addresses, it's exactly the same, right? So make sure you put in your monies first. Obviously, if you want to do KSM, KSM is there. Quite straightforward. So this is your whole account. Very, very simple. Now, what we do next is relatively straightforward. Polkadot. We know we have some Polkadot in here, right? So when we go onto here, we select dot and we need to cross in. It says 0. The reason being, when we go back to this subscan, this is on the Polkadot parachain. We want to cross that over to the Bifrost parachain, right? Very, very straightforward to do. All we do, we press cross in. Available balance 5.44. We'll put 5 in. And when we do that, it's relatively straightforward. You know, actually I can't do 5. I need to keep the wallet alive. Remember that. Keep the wallet alive. Basically, you can't go less than 1. So if we cross over 4, and what it'll do is it'll use the whole functionality of the XCM situation, the messaging, and then what you do is you put in your password. You can't see this, but I am putting in a password to authorize this transaction. And then what it is doing, it's crossing it in over the network, right? And that's it, done. Now, when that happens, you're going to start noticing something very simple. Let me just press the refresh button so you can see it. So now what we've got our dot. We've got a 3.99 in our little wallet. So if I go back to the subscan and refresh it, what you're going to start to notice, this part of this bit here on this subscan, you'll see it in a second, we've got a transfer. This transfer has gone over to the parachain of Bifrost, right? So now we've only got 1.42 in the dot native wallet, but if we go over to the Bifrost parachain, we have now got Polkadot in here. I hope that makes sense. But it's going to get even more complicated now, because what we're going to do now, we are going to stake it. And what you do is once it's crossed in, you can see the balance here. All we're doing, we are going to put in this to get that. And what we're going to do, we're going to press the stake button. Very, very straightforward. Now, this is where the BNC comes in, because you're going to use a BNC for the fees, which is huge, right? And again, we put in a nice little password just to make sure it's all good and tickety-boo. And it's going to mint it. We're going to get that VDOT token, which will then allow us to stake. By the way, this fee down here will change to 10% soon, increasing the treasury, increasing more expenditure, increasing a lot more fun for Bifrost to do things and develop more. Just saying. So once this goes through, as you can see, nice, quick, simple, we are now staking our Polkadot, right? That's it. Done, pretty much. So when we go on to our analysis of rewards and we're looking at this information here, you can see here what the current price is of the derivative, obviously the current value. Yeah, the expected amounts that you're going to be making off the base APY, huge. That's it. That is literally it. Now, other elements to note and talk about, which is pretty huge here. Obviously, you can unstake. You can unstake very, very quickly. Now, how do you unstake? All you do, and if I go back to where I was, you press a little arrow. You want to go from VDOT into DOT. Very, very sure. Now, I wouldn't recommend using the Lightning mode because you lose a lot, because it's done at market value prices and there's not as much liquidity on here yet. So maybe as it gets more popular, it may become more of an obvious option. But that's what you want to do. If you want to do that, you just unstake it. It will say it'll take between 28 and 0 days, which is fine, which is the period. And I got it within 7 when I did it last time, right? So governance, hello, you can vote. You can vote here. You can vote using your locked or unlocked dot, basically. So if I wanted to say on this one here, I can vote yes or no, and I can do whatever the hell I want with my maximum balance, even though I am still staking it. Huge. I like it a lot. So that's basically it, right? That's in simple terms. Now, as I said before, there's other elements to this which you need to be aware of. Yeah, you can do other things. You can stake other chains, A*, Glimmer. When you click on Glimmer, as I say, you need a wallet that has the Glimmer chain to allow you to do it. Very, very straightforward. It's the exact same situation, right? So when you're on the wallet and you go onto the Glimmer side of it, you obviously get your Glimmer. Now you're not doing crossing ins on here because it's a separate chain anyways, which is much better. Bit easier, less things to do. Same for A-Star. Again, very, very straightforward. Can't really go wrong. But that's it. Staking periods, very, very different here. But you can see the liquidity and stuff, not massive. This will grow. So when we talk about the fundamentals of an asset, talking about fundamentals of a coin, massive when you think more people that do it, the BNC token, utility will get used, the treasury will get bigger, more expenditure, more developments, more whatever, huge. Now, the final thing we need to talk about, obviously you can see here, there's a couple of bits and pieces. Two things. Firstly, if you want to stake your BNC, you need to go to the Kusama chain. So you can stake your BNC. You can stake Kusama, you can stake Moonriver, and obviously BNC. Now for this, pain in the ass, but there's no bridge yet. The bridge is coming very, very soon to allow KSM to cross over with DOT to make it much easier. I've got other wallets here. I've got a wallet on KSM for my BNC. I've got a wallet for BNC on Polkadot as well to use it on that side. Pain in the ass, but yeah, you can do it that way. As I say, KSM as well, you can stake. Similar sort of situation with Polkadot, very much similar, right? Really, really useful. There's also like farming as well. There's farming opportunities here, what you can use. TVL, much lower, but you can still do it. And you can get some other bits and pieces off these as well, which is usually pretty good fun. You can do swaps, as you know, very, very straightforward. And obviously the cross-chain, the crossing in, stuff like that, which is absolutely fair enough. So there we go. We are done. Keeping it super simple so it's not too taxing. Obviously you need to be able to buy the assets to put them into the wallet to activate them and then use them on the platform. You can use MetaMask if you wanted to do Ethereum, which is very, very handy. More and more people will probably use that. But there's a video here in terms of what I think could happen for Bifrost in the future as it grows. So please do check that out.